Hey everybody, so welcome back. So today I'm doing a review of The Poppy War, the full trilogy, keeping it as spoiler free as I possibly can. This series is about a girl named Ren who is trying to escape an arranged marriage. So she decides she's going to join this elite military academy, and she studies really hard and passes all the tests, and she goes to this academy to learn to be a soldier because she feels like it's her only other option, as opposed to just marrying someone that she doesn't want to. From the moment she arrives, she's continually trying to be better than all of her classmates. She wants to be the shining star at the academy. Some of the professors don't like her because she's an orphan and she did not have the proper training to make it to this academy. She just kind of cheated her way in. And obviously this causes a lot of problems for her. But while she's at the academy, she learns that she is one of a few people who has the ability to call down a god and, I guess, use their powers or give them permission to use their powers. So the first half of this book, or maybe first part of this book, she is at the academy learning to fight, learning to do all those things, learning to be as she would say, a good soldier. And then suddenly everything changes because they are thrown into a battle. She comes to realize that all of the rivalries she had at the school were completely meaningless. The people that were her worst enemies are now her fellow soldiers, and they have to fight together if they're going to win this battle. It talks a lot about the brutality of war and how our perception of what war is versus the reality is very different. The main character discusses what it's like the first time that she's in battle and she has to kill someone. She doesn't even have time to think about what she's done before she has to kill somebody else. And it's basically a fight for her life until they get through it. After this point, she's trying to develop her ability to call down her god, meeting with the god, and we'll say it's a little strange because sometimes you get the idea the god keeps telling her, no, I am doing what you want me to do. And other people who have the same ability will say, no, that's not really how it works. You just give the god permission to do whatever it wants to do. And her god is the Phoenix, so she has the ability to burn things, and burns people, and all sorts of things. Now, along with this ability, I guess the gods that you call down tend to make you a little crazy, and the only way to suppress them is to use opium. So she becomes an opium addict as a way to prevent herself from going crazy. And some of these people who have this ability have to be locked away because they're so dangerous, and there's only a few of them, and she ultimately decides that she wants to win this war. She knows who her enemy is. She's going to go after them, and finds out that maybe that's not who her enemy's supposed to be. She kind of switches back and forth. She seems very unsure of herself, and when she thinks she knows what she wants, she ends up not necessarily achieving that goal, hesitating to the point that she can no longer obtain the goal that she has come to do. It is kind of her slow descent into madness as she is controlled by this god, as she is allowing herself to be controlled by other people, to the point that she almost doesn't know what she wants. I kind of got several times she kept saying things like, oh, I want to be a good soldier, but she didn't really have a reason for it, other than way back when she came there in order to avoid getting married. Yes, she wants to fit in, she wants to belong, she wants to have people who love and care about her, but she keeps everyone at a distance because she knows she could kind of lose it at any time and maybe kill them. So overall, I did enjoy the series. It was a lot of fun. The first book is called The Poppy War, and this is the one where she goes off to the academy. The second one is The Dragon Republic. This is one where there is a kind of a final battle, I guess you could say. And then the third one is the Burning God, and this is what happens after the battle. And there were some really great themes in this book, and I know that it is kind of has a basis in the history of the actual Poppy Wars that went on in China. And it had some really great themes about how the main characters second guess themselves, how they are unsure about what they want and what their purpose is, and that what are the endeavors that are worth pursuing? Is it worth pursuing revenge? Is it worth pursuing the betterment of the people? If you win at something, do you really win? What is the outcome afterward? Does that mean that you've attained your goal, or does it just mean that there's something more and worse beyond that you didn't think about? And then how do you react, or what do you do when the outcome that you wanted doesn't happen? I also saw a lot of things about sacrifice and about loss and losing friends and loved ones, because war is so overwhelming, and so many people and so many lives are destroyed because of it. So anyway, I really enjoyed this trilogy. It is really dark. The characters are, a lot of them are kind of morally gray. They don't necessarily do the best things because it's the right thing to do. Sometimes they're forced into doing something. Sometimes they're put in situations where they have to do something that might not coincide with who we thought they were as a character, and they have to make some tough decisions. I mean, the characters, I really liked them. I like how they were portrayed, and kind of that, or this person was their enemy and now they're not their enemy. How do they manage that? How do they come to terms with now being an ally to the person that was their enemy? This other person, this other character, I feel Rin feels like she needs him, she needs a certain character. She needs somebody because this person makes her feel safe, makes her feel like she doesn't have to do everything, and then she is betrayed. And what does she do at that point? How does she handle that? So anyway, overall this was a great trilogy. I am really looking forward to reading more things by the author, by R.F. Kuang. And anyway, I hope that she makes more books, even if it's not in this trilogy, maybe in the same world, maybe with different characters. But it was fun to read. It was gut-wrenching. It had some really horrible parts, but I felt like it really hit the mark. And even the ending, I was okay with the ending. Thought it wrapped things up well, and wrapped things up in a way that continued on the way that the whole trilogy felt, that, you know, this is the end, but did they really achieve what they wanted to achieve, and was it worth it, and what were the consequences of that? So anyway, this is my wrap-up of the Poppy War trilogy by R.F. Kuang. This was a great trilogy. If you like grimdark, if you like fantasy, then I suggest you pick it up. Just know it does have a lot of horrible things that happen. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe.